Hey, what's happening, guys? So, Loot 2.0 went live today on the Diablo servers. The Reaper of Souls beta is over. Now we're on live with Loot 2.0. Something I wanted to show you real quick, a pretty sick build you can do on live right now with pretty minimal gear, really. It's something we were doing on the beta quite a bit, but you couldn't get your attacks per second up near as high as you can on live right now. So right now, my attacks per second are 2.75. Which I could get this over 3 attacks per second pretty easily with some different gear choices. But this is a very preliminary build. Just wanted to get this out there real quick just to show everybody. Should be able to do Torment 3 or higher pretty easily. If I had more toughness, I could do Torment 4, maybe even 5 potentially. But the basic premise of the build is you run Fire Bats, Vampire Bats, and this is a new rune. They changed it. Fire Bats no longer has a channeling cost, so you just get the initial mana cost, and then after that, no channeling cost whatsoever. So you get your attacks up as high as you can, and then you run Fetish Sycophants that has a 5% chance to summon dagger-wielding fetishes. It's pretty nuts how many fetishes you can summon in a very quick amount of time. I would say the majority of the time I've got over 10 fetishes out fighting. I've had over 20 before from it. It's pretty insane. The rest of the build, we're running Pierce the Veil. We don't have many mana spenders at the moment, so that's good. We got a Gruesome Feast going on with Thing of the Deep. So 20 yards of pickup with Gruesome Feast. Normally have up close to 5 stacks, if not 5 stacks most of the time. Running Pyrogeist Firebomb, just something that I like to do. I enjoy the ability. It's not maybe the best ability in the entire world, but it's really good single target. And the single target damage with this build is insane with how many fetishes you have out and that ability. Because most of the time you're just going to put three of these pillars out and then just channel your bats as much as you can. We're also running a Gargantuan Bruiser and a Summon Zombie Dogs Leeching Beasts, just meat shields pretty much. Big Bad Voodoo Slam Dance for more damage, more attack speed. You get more fetishes out, the more attack speed you have, all that good stuff. Again, we're not really using too much mana, so we're using Jaunt for our Spirit Walk. That's pretty much the build. I mean, the build's pretty self-explanatory. It's really simple to play. It's really easy to play for the most part, and it's pretty fun. I mean, it's a pretty legitimate pet build without having to have any set, legendary. You don't have to have the new 4-piece Zuni or anything like that going on. But the rest of your gear, you basically just try to maximize your attack speed as much as you can. So we've got 9 attack speed and lifesteal on the weapon with a sword, which a dagger would be better. The problem with this dagger is that I just don't have lifesteal on it. We get 9 attack speed on the helmet, 9 attack speed on the amulet. This is the one piece that we could have attack speed that we do not currently. Basically just because I need the EHP from this. We got 9 attack speed on the gloves, 9 on both rings. We've got 9 on the Witching Hour, and then 8 on the Innas. So we can get one more attack speed out of the Innas if we really wanted to. So we're missing out on a little bit of attack speed. Like I said, we get over 3 attacks per second if we really wanted to. But I think this is enough for the time being, just to show the build real quick. It's pretty cool. Let me go ahead and just sit here and channel this for a minute, just to show you how fast these things come out. Now again, it's a chance to summon them, so sometimes you'll sit there channeling and none will come out for, 5 seconds, and then all of a sudden, bam, 4 or 5 pop out. And again, like I said, I've had up to 20 out at one given time before, and they each last 60 seconds, which is a pretty long time, really. But they do pretty good damage, they attack pretty quick, they're good meat shields. I mean, I would say the majority of the time you've got somewhere about 15 pets out. The majority of the time with this build. I mean, it's pretty cool, man. It's something that I've wanted to play for a long time. I've wanted to play a summoning witch doctor for the entire time I've been playing a witch doctor, so it's very nice to see something like this finally actually work. I mean, dude, there's a bunch out right now. Like, how sick is that? Sometimes you'll get spurts where just like 4 or 5 will pop out real quick. It's like you're birthing a litter or something. It's crazy. So let's go ahead and go fight a little bit, just to kind of show you how well it does in an actual setting. Let's go and get the rest of our pets out. Now I could also run Fetish Army. The biggest issue that I have with Fetish Army is, I don't know if this is a bug or intended, but currently Fetish Army, when you cast it, the fetishes from your passive end up just dying. And it seems like that's got to be a bug. I would assume, but that's what ends up happening, and definitely does not synergize very well at the moment. So you can see, I mean, we're just wrecking this pack. Absolutely wrecked that pack. Got a ton of fetishes. Got all these pets out, just doing work for us. Just really fun. The single target is just so good. Now again, like the firebomb, you know, you don't have to run that if you don't really want to, but I like it. I think it works well with the build because the majority of the time you want to be just channeling your bats. Get those ticks going, get as many chances to summon your fetishes as you possibly can get. So it's a good way to just throw something out there that's going to sit there and do damage over time while you're channeling. It's really good. It's pretty nice, man. I guess we'll go to Cathedral level 2 real quick. Alright, so we got a pack right off the bat here. Now, I have tested this a bit without lifesteal, and it does still work. You just need a lot more toughness than I have currently. I just don't have a ton of toughness at the moment. I mean, really the only thing that you have to do is just position yourself. Try to hit as many mobs as you can with your vampire bats. It's really all there is to the build. The rest of it's really just a piece of cake. I mean, they just rocked that champion. Like once everything ended up dying, all these little minions, the fetishes themselves just rocked that champion pack. You get a ton of lifesteal from them. Now, Frozen is definitely not your friend, because Frozen will freeze everything. So, like, even a pretty, like, irritating pack like that, it wasn't too difficult to take down. Had to kite a little bit, but your damage over time effects, even though I wasn't able to just sit there and cast Fire Bats the entire fight, still took care of the pack. And most packs are not going to be that difficult to fight. I plan on playing a lot of hardcore until Reaper of Souls comes out, but if I'm going to be playing softcore, I think I'm going to be playing this build. And there's a lot of room to make this build a lot better than it is too. It could be way, way better than it currently is. I have to find a good dense area. Obviously, the more packs in a row you can fight, the more mobs you can chain together, the more fetishes you're going to have out at any given time. And when you got areas where you got to run for a while without seeing a monster, you know, they start to die off. You want to fight as much as you can, as quick as possible. Which the monster density is definitely not as high as it was before this patch, by any means. The 1.08 density, I think that was 1.08, right? With the higher density, I believe that was the patch. You're not going to see that all over the place anymore. Fields of Misery is barren compared to what it used to be. I mean, what do we got out right now? We've got 4, 5, about 12 pets out right now. We have hardly really even been fighting that much. I mean, the great part about it is you don't have to have very high toughness whatsoever. I mean, high toughness, it's good to have, don't get me wrong, but when you've got this many meat shields, you're not going to be getting hit by too many things. As long as you can just dodge, you know, area of affected damage and things like that, these guys are going to just stay, pretty much sit in front of everything else. And most mobs, most monsters are going to just attack them. So pretty fun. I really enjoy it. I hope you guys like it. I think you'll be able to make the build pretty easily. Like I said, just stack attack speed. Try to get as close to 3 attacks per second as you can, if not over. The higher you get, the more chances you have to proc Fetish Sycophants with your vampire bats. the better the build's going to be. The more fetishes, the better, pretty much. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.